Robots with weapons, something everybody can be excited about. That's what we're going to talk about on this episode of More to the Story, right after this. www.freegrace.in. That's right, folks, robots with weapons. Welcome to More to the Story with Lucas Kitchen, a show where we explore what's going on in the world from a Christian perspective. What is the Christian perspective on robots with weapons? Well, let's take a look. So Boston Dynamics has been known as a really exciting player in the market of robots, generally available robots. And so they create a line of robots that can be used for daily tasks, and average people with lots of money, so I guess maybe not average people, but if you have a lot of money, you can buy Boston Dynamics robots. Now, there's other companies that are gaining a foothold in the market too, like Agility Robotics and Unitree and Open Robotics and ClearPath Robotics. These are big players in this new emerging market. Now, one of the trends online that is happening is people are getting their hands on these robots and they're putting weapons on them, just kind of makeshift putting weapons on them. And that's pretty frightening when you think about it, because some of these robots, they can be remotely controlled. They can get to places where previously other robots weren't able to. And if you couple this together with the concept of, for instance, mass shootings at schools or, mosques, synagogues, churches, that kind of thing, you begin to have a situation where you could have a really dangerous, murderous output from robots. Now, where we are right now is robots don't intend to kill anybody. They're not smart enough to know that. But a human could use a robot to really hurt people, especially if they're attaching weapons to them. I was asked recently, I did a podcast with my ministry partner, Sean Lazar, and we talked a little bit about AI. And he asked, "Are you afraid of AI?" And what I said was, I'm more afraid of people using AI and using robots to hurt other people. Humans still have the market cornered on evil. Humans are the monopoly players of evil. Robots aren't evil. Animals aren't evil. Nothing else is evil because it doesn't have cognition. As far as we know, only humans and angelic beings who have fallen are evil. And so still, it's people that I'm afraid of, and robots and AI are a new type of tool they can use to perpetrate that evil. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, Boston Dynamics, on their website, they have partnered with a number of other robotics companies, ones that I mentioned, to author an open letter. And you can get to it by going to bostondynamics.com. It's got a long title, but you'd be able to find it if you just searched open letter, or you could even Google that. The title is An Open Letter to the Robotics Industry and Our Communities. General Purpose Robots Should Not Be Weaponized. And it looks like it's about a 300 to 400 word letter that talks about their intentions to not allow their robots to be weaponized. Now, there are some notable players that did not sign this letter, robotics companies, who sell their robotics services and their robotics products to contractors for the government, like the military. Now, these particular robots companies that have signed this open letter, they specifically say they're not complaining about robots that are used for military purposes. They're just saying we don't want ours to be used for being weaponized. And I think it's a good move, but I have to say I don't think it's going to do really any good, because when you sell a product, you can't really insist that it not be used in a certain way. Now, in their open letter, they do mention that they're going to try to come up with ways to mitigate the customer's ability to attach weapons to robots, but you can't stop people from doing stuff like that. One of the things that it mentions in there is they say that they believe that the benefits of robots that are generally available to the public, they believe that those benefits, the benefits they bring to society, they outweigh the risks. And that's yet to be seen. I don't know if you guys have seen Terminator 2, but I think the Cyberdyne argument in Terminator 2 is pretty strong that who knows. Now, sometimes it's hard to think. I was talking this morning with some of the others in our ministry and was saying, I need a verse from the Bible that talks about weapons on robots. And they were really confident that there is no verse in the Bible that talks about weaponized AI or weaponized robots. But I don't know. I think maybe I did find one. I'm not completely sure, but I think there's a possibility that this verse in Revelation 13 might just be talking about something like this. Now, I want to read a little bit more of the context for you so you kind of get a sense of what is going on. These verses are set in the future tribulation period. I believe that this will be after the church, believers are raptured, and this is talking about the situation that will be on the ground, on the earth during the tribulation period. So note what it says in Revelation 13, starting in verse 11. Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast. Now, the beast is the world ruler, the evil world ruler that will be in power during the tribulation. In verse 13, he says, he performs great signs so that he even makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Verse 14, and he deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he has granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image. Here's the part that I was bringing up. To make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword and lived. So the image of the beast. So this is something that's not the beast, but it's a similitude. It's a copy in some way. Could it be an AI? I don't know. I've theorized about that it could be some type of artificial intelligence or something. The reason why I say that is really what happens in verse 15, which I've got up on the screen here. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. So there we have something called the image of the beast, which isn't the beast. It's some type of replicatable copy, I guess, of the beast that can speak and can kill. Is it possible that that could be some kind of AI robotics system in the future, in the tribulation? Some have theorized that it is. Do we know that? Absolutely not. We don't know if that's what that is. I have theorized that that could be what that is. In fact, I wrote a book that had that in there, and then I didn't publish it because it just became a big mess and never did get published. But I've theorized about that could be how that gets actualized. We don't know if that's the case. Let me finish up this passage. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark of the name of the beast, of the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who understands calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. And all of that comes from Revelation 13, 11 through 18. So, do we have weaponized robots in our future? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, we already see it in warfare. Is it possible that it'll be part of what's going on in the tribulation period? I do think it is a very, very good possibility. Is it likely that it's what the image of the beast is? That part I really don't know. It's a slim possibility, but that could be there could be so many other explanations for that. But to me, that is an interesting one. So, let's wrap with this. It's valuable for us to be thinking about what's to come, thinking that the time could be short. We don't know when Christ will return, but it could be at any moment. Let's keep that on our minds today, and let's pray for the world and the situation that we're in, remembering that Christ's return is imminent. So, thanks for watching. I'll be back with you soon.